So in this video, we'll be going over weak acids and base. And before starting an example, we'll be going over the basics. So let's get started. So to find the pH of a solution, basically you just do minus log the concentration of H3O plus. But in weak acids, you only have the dissociation here. So the thing you have to do in weak acids, you have to calculate the X using the ice table and solve it for X, and then you can find the pH. But for let's say if the question had a strong acid, then you can just do these formulas directly, and the way you would know them is either it would be this sign or it would be this sign. So for strong acids and base it will be this, and for weak acids and base it will be this sign. So now let's start with an example, it will be more clear. So we need to calculate the pH of a solution of dissolving 0.1 mole of acetate acid to make 1 liter of solution. So first of all, first step is just finding the concentration. So it's moles divided by the solution, which is 0.1. And now let's make the ice table. So we have 3 rows here. So the first one is initial, which is I, and then the change, and then this is the equilibrium. So in initial, we had 0.1 concentration of acetate, so that's what I wrote here. And then we have 0 for products, as they will be 0 in the start. And then we write change as x here, and we solve for it later. And then we also have to do minus x for the reactant. And then the final equilibrium will be just plussing both of the initial and change. So it's going to be 0.1 minus x, and then there's going to be x here and x here. And we are given the Ka value, and Ka is equal to the products H3. Oh, one thing I forgot to say is you ignore the liquid states. So you only look at the aqueous. So always ignore H2O in the equation. So if I write the Ka value here, it's going to be this times, so this is the Ka value in terms of the equation, and we know the value and we can write it in the equation formula. So let's do that now. So as we know, Ka is 1.8 times 10 to the power of -5 is equal to, this is the this one in the equation, so H3O is x, and C2 H3O2 minus is also x, so it's going to be x squared over the reactant is at equilibrium, which is 0.1 times minus x, and you do shift solve on your calculator to find x. It gives you 1.3 times 10 to the power of -3, and now this is the concentration of H3O plus. So you can use the pH is equal to minus log the concentration, which gives you a pH of 2.87. And now one thing they could ask you in part B would be to find POH, which is basically just equal to 14 minus 2.87, which will give you 11.13. So this is one extra step they could ask you to trick you, so be careful of that. Now let's do another example. So here it's a tricky question, so you can pause and try to do this yourself. So in the question they're asking you the pH, but they're giving you a basic solution, and you can verify that by looking at the Kb. So they're giving you the Kb, they're asking you to find the pH. So in the final step you would have to do one extra step to find the pH from the POH. So now let's make the ice table again and do all that. Actually, you could try, we will do this question without the ice table. So the formula is always the same. So it's always going to be x squared over the concentration, whatever they give you, 0.695 minus x is equal to the Kb, which is 1.8 times 10 to the power of -5. Now you can do shift solve in a calculator and find x here. So let me find that. So x here is 3.528 times 10 to the power of -3, and now you can find the POH from doing minus log of this answer. So let me just write it out and do it. So it gives you 2.45, which is a pOH. Now to find the pH, it's just 14 minus 2.4, 2.45, which is giving you 11.55. So this is the final answer, and that's it. So that's all for this video. I hope you understood this and you enjoyed this video. So one just formula you need to memorize is this one. So it's always going to be x squared. Let me just go back. Yeah, x squared over the concentration. They give you minus x is equal to the kb or ka, and then you can just solve for x, find the pOH or pH, and then according to that just write the final answer. So thank you for watching, and that's all.